Hello and happy midweek greetings from Radically Rational and RadicallyRational.com. Ooh, baby, we got us some sports today. I don't think there is a great team in college football this year, but I'd probably trust Georgia more than I would Ohio State, Florida State, or Michigan. Ohio State, by the way, leaves me particularly flat. And it's starting to look like you can't trust Michigan for anything, including integrity. Harbaugh probably figures he can just bail out for the NFL ahead of the NCAA, the Big Ten, and the University of Michigan administration. But the truth is nobody in the NFL wants that rat either. He is, as his fellow Michigan product, Jalen Rose sometimes says, a habitual line stepper. Remember when Michigan used to pride itself on its institutional honor? Somewhere Bo Schembechler is turning and burning. This occurs to me though, the Longhorns, they might be in pretty good shape if they can run the table from here because at least they don't have to worry about Alabama, right? I think the Cowboys' home game against the Giants on Sunday comes at a particularly bad time. That team doesn't need a gimme putt right now. They need to get right back on the horse against good competition, and they're not going to get that on Sunday. And so, yeah, Jerry just can't help himself. The Cowboys apparently are going to sign free agent wide receiver Martavis Bryant. That's just what every team needs, a 32-year-old receiver with a lengthy drug history. That's a wrap for Ryan Tannehill in Nashville. Will Levis is the new Music City QB. I will say this, that dude got a big old arm and he is not afraid to fire that gun. It's going to be interesting to see how the Texans fare at Cincinnati on Sunday, and it'll be interesting to see how CJ does against a Bengal defense that is doing what it does every year, rounding into form in November. The Jaguars have won 5 straight. The Niners are coming off their bye week having lost 3 in a row. Those two teams meet Sunday in Jacksonville. San Fran facing much more pressure than are the Jags. All right. What the hell, it's a cheap trick, but I'll do it. Here are my Wednesday morning snapshot freeze frame NFL top 5 power rankings. Number 1, the Ravens, playing better than anybody else if you haven't noticed. 2, the Eagles, however you get to 8-1, 8-1 is 8-1. The Chiefs, on the strength of their defense, in 3rd place. On the strength of their defense, something I never thought I would say. And in 4th place, the Bengals. Although at 5-3, they're currently statistically in last place in the AFC North. But now that Burrow is healthy, Cincy may be the most complete team in the league. And in 5th position, the Jaguars, because they ran the table in October. Knocking on the door, the Lions and the Browns. Have you watched Myles Garrett this year? That man is completely and totally unblockable. Oh, and the Browns visit the Ravens on Sunday. That's a whole lot of testosterone on one football field. You may think that it's too early and unfair to say that C.J. Stroud is and will be a better NFL quarterback than Bryce Young will be. You don't want to do that? Okay, I'll do it for you. I told you before the draft that Young's slight frame and lack of pocket presence is a huge issue, and that's not going to change. So Rodgers says he needs, quote, a few more fortnights. Okay? I don't know what to make of this whole thing, but I saw what I saw when he was stepping into throws on the sideline prior to the Jets game against the Chargers. You can't fake that. I don't know what to make of it. And speaking of Rodgers and his orbit of friends and his environment, I don't know what to make about Pat McAfee either. I just can't figure that boy out. So Wemby is going to play tonight for the first time at Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. Even I'll watch a highlights clip of that, although I still remain steadfast. I refuse to watch an entire NBA game until after Valentine's Day. Look, say what you want about the U.S. economy, because it can't be that bad, all right? Because Carson Wentz, once again, has a job. Is this a great country or what? Finally, with respect to sports, there are 2 commodities I don't understand. One is crypto, and the other one is Pokemon cards. Previously retired linebacker Blake Martinez found the latter so dangerous that he apparently thinks football is safer. Martinez is back in the league with the Panthers. A couple of quick notes about the real world outside the toy department. We found out last night that America is getting sick and tired of the Republican Taliban. But looking ahead a year, this is unfortunate. We really are going to be faced with an unacceptable choice. Joe Biden really will be too old to function in that job should he be elected by the end of his second term. That's not a good thing. But Donald Trump is unacceptable, period. Why should the land of the free and the home of the brave limit itself to this unacceptable choice? We can do better than this. We must do better than this. Let's all do pretty good on Wednesday. We're radically rational.